Hey everybody, I apologize. I have to make this it's gonna be a short two-parter, but my live stream got cut at the critical moment when I was like going to be wrapping up soon. Anyway, see, Batman Returns. Luckily, part one was still like got the bulk of it, but what I was about to mention when Selena and Bruce was going to this masquerade ball, there's only two people that showed up without any masks, and that is a critical thing to point out. Is the fact that because Bruce and Selena view their day-to-day visage as their mask that they come in as, and their alter egos, Batman and Catwoman, are their true face. And for, I guess, arguably to this day, in the comics, that's how they will view, at least especially Batman, how he will view Batman being his true self, and Bruce Wayne is the mask. And they eventually find out who each other really are when they start dancing together. But and I think, really quick, I think in Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, and they trying to do the whole masquerade ball thing there. It does not work. And they, in a way, it's kind of feel like they were trying to do the exact same thing as Batman and Catwoman in this ball in Batman Returns, but it's done better here than it was in Dark Knight Rises, because I never, bought Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. I wasn't for Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. She didn't feel like, at least, like, I don't know. It just wasn't, that version of Catwoman didn't sit well with me. She wasn't terrible, but she didn't wow me either. I don't know. It's just like it did not fit and did not work for me. Michelle Pfeiffer nailed it, and her performance in and out of costume really sold it. And she knows how to play it well. And when she, just flips on and off that, laughing and crying, and like she's like, she mentions how she doesn't even know who she is anymore, like, kind of situation, and she's like going back and forth with it, and it's like so brilliant. It's all in one motion with it too, and it's so, like, she's like a master at that craft of her acting. And outburst, like, the Penguin, because earlier, because while, like, he's trying to, get the controlling device off of his car, he was recording Penguin mentioning about, like, he playing the Sticking City, like a Heart from Hell, calling them idiots, and Gothamites idiots and everything like that. And he played it. He hacks the news system during the Penguin speech, and and played that recording, which incited like a not a riot, but just, caused everybody just to throw lettuce and tomatoes and all the other stuff to him, completely exposing who he really is, a monster in and out. And so he goes back to his original plan. Instead of just taking over Gotham as a whole, he just decided just to destroy everything by kidnapping all the firstborn children, which he announced in the ball, or at least the firstborn children of the high society crowd, and then kills them in a watery grave. Clearly, like he's probably done before upon Batman's research earlier in the film. Kind of dark. And but then Batman obviously stopped all that. But then he also had like a plan B with, well, at least plan C, with having all his penguins that answer his, beck and call, with little rockets strapped to them, and with machines on their heads, navigating them to like the central part of town to let off those rockets to, just tear up you know, the city. Of course, Batman also stopped that with the help of Alfred, and um, once he finally go face to face with the Penguin, you know, he tricks Penguin to let off these bats, uh, uh, which force him off the edge because a lot of people fall in this movie. Forces him off the edge of because he's apparently like stationed underneath this old zoo, and that's where like the sewers lead into this little area, and then he falls off the edge, lands in the water violently, and then of course he also kidnaps Max Shrek, and then Selina and Max goes face to face, and she intends to like kill him. Batman reveals his face. He wants Selina to like, don't choose vengeance, choose me. We're like the same. And then she then utilizing still got that taser after all this time, comes back full circle, and then mouth to mouth him with the taser between them and just electrocutes him to death. She goes missing, and then you see the penguin rises out of the water, bloody and hurt, and like he's trying to like as a last ditch effort take one of his weapon umbrellas, but then like it was like a goofy one, a goofy harmless one. It's like shit, I picked a cute one, and it's like I just need a cold drink of ice water. Ah. And then you get the brilliant score of Danny Elfman throughout this whole entire film, but this moment right now definitely deserved his score because he was an evil prick, but when you see those penguins marching and just kind of like give him like a little small funeral and carry him towards the water, his watery grave, and it's like you kind of feel for him because yeah, he was evil, obviously. He murdering, children, obviously. He's definitely at least deserved to be put in prison for the rest of his life. But you're looking at a guy who obviously did not want to be put in this position in the first place. It's like it was horrible circumstances, put on him by his parents. By and large, his parents was intending to kill him. The way he was, because just like the way his parents tried to get rid of him, he's trying to in turn get rid of other high society's kids, just like in a crazy, a roundabout way of exacting revenge for a society that shunned him, or his parents shunning him for something he had no control over as a baby, that he was born deformed. And knowing Gotham, they consider him like some kind of freak, and just tried to toss him in like a sewage. And it was just like, it's heartbreaking when you think about it. It's like, it's not his fault. If the parents would have just accepted him, or at least found a way to like, raise him away, or at least do something, a lot can be avoided. And keep in mind, they kind of took this out of the movie, but this would be a lot more poignant if they would have kept their initial idea of making Max and Oswald brothers, that Oswald being the older one that was deformed and cast away, while the perfect younger son was used to like be raised in high society, and whatever. But they didn't go with that. It works either way with me. I wouldn't mind either way, but his name is Max Shrek, not Max Cobblepot, but whatever. But yeah, and like I there's some small piece of me that feels bad for Oswald because he did not want any of this in the first place. But he one of the baddest hands he was dealt with. And of course it ends with like, Batman fighting Catwoman's cat, taking the cat home with him. And then you get to see a final shot, which was just an add-on. It wasn't an intention initially. It was a nice little add-on to show the Catwoman's okay, everybody, because kids are probably watching these things. And you see a final shot of Selena looking up at the moon with the Batman score playing. I mean, I love this film. It's a great film. I love it to death. It's a great Christmas movie. It's a great Christmas movie. It's just like Die Hard. I consider Batman Returns a Christmas movie. And it's like, it's like Tim Burton at his finest. One of my favorite directors. I would love to work with Tim Burton, especially in a voiceover role. Just being like a Tim Burton film, it's like, it makes all the freaking difference in the world to me. Just to be there, just to being in his world, is just like, is like a dream come true for me. But what do you guys think of Batman Returns? Does it still hold up for you guys? Did it lack in certain areas? Please follow me on the links in the description. If you watching this on YouTube, follow me on Talkative Carl on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Patreon. And I'll see you guys next week when I do Batman Forever and of course Spider-Man Homecoming. And I think I'll add in we'll start adding in some Christmas movies, because like this, someone wants to do this, recognized by the world as like at least one of those recognizable Christmas movies. But during the month of December, I want to add in some Hallmark Lifetime Christmas movies too, because I dig those, and I think there's very little people who do reviews for those, and I want to there's a few that I like and I want to talk about, and so look forward to those. And I'll see you guys next time. Once again, I apologize for the split of the film, or at least the video, because I don't know what's going on. It might be, maybe I'm kicking the wires by accident or something like that, because it's literally right here. So take care. Look forward to next week, and then maybe in like 30 minutes to an hour, I'll get back into Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that'll be part 6 that I'll be working on, and look forward to that. And check out the previous Guardians of the Galaxy game on my Xbox Series S that I'm currently doing a walkthrough of. Check that out. And look forward to my Pokemon Brilliant Diamond walkthrough that will start next Friday. Next Friday for the Nintendo Switch. So look forward to that as well. So love you all 3000.